When I was about 10 years old, my father and my mother took us all to SeaWorld for a family vacation, and we went to the Shamu show. And ever since then, I've had a weird fascination with it, a love for the water, for aquatic animals, for not knowing, what's in the water. We haven't explored nearly half of the ocean on this earth, and that unknown is kind of what sparked my interest a lot. And for the longest, I kind of put it to the side, and then I don't know what kind of changed, but I chose to pursue it, and I contacted Reggie Brooks to see if we had any connections in that field to where I could contact them and set up a job shadow. They take you through the history of sharks, kind of the structure of the shark's body. They show you videos to kind of help those who are a little anxious get more comfortable with the fact that you're going to be in a shark tank soon. And then after about probably an hour and a half of being there, that's when I started to suit up. When you first jump in, they actually put you in a shark cage to kind of get you, I guess, used to being in the water around the sharks, but not necessarily. You still have that barrier, so you don't have to worry. I was just kind of like a kid in the toy store, just looking around, kind of, this is really happening, kind of a little too excited for the experience. You got to kind of see the aquarium from different perspectives. You got to see how, the fish, they had eels, the turtles, the sharks, how they kind of interact in their environment. You get to see how they kind of just swim around and kind of chill, and they're not as violent, and they're not as, I guess, ferocious as everybody thinks. It was cool to see, how that side of it works, to see how those people feel that, when you interact with those people are kind of like, wow, he's really in a shark tank. Them interacting with you is kind of fun. It's almost like a form of entertainment in a way, because you're doing something that they thought never happened, or that they would never see themselves doing. There's definitely a physical aspect to diving. I felt this more during my dive certification, where we were spending 4 to 5 hours in water a day. It's a workout. You burn calories. If you're not properly hydrated, you cramp up. Although you're underwater and you feel weightless, after 30, 45 minutes of kicking around with that big tank on your back and against the water currents, it's definitely physically tough on your body. Notre Dame opens a lot of doors, and from really my junior year, where I started to network more, I've seen it, and this is a great example. Without this Notre Dame degree, I don't know how easy it would have been to get this job shadow. Nowadays, I think the average pro career is 3 years for any position. I understand football is, my priority right now. My NFL career is something I definitely want to pursue, but at the same time, you don't know what could happen. Knowing, wow, this is, really what I wanted to do. This is all and more of what I expected it to be. My experience through this first dive alone solidified the fact that, this is what I want to do. So it was a good, comforting feeling coming out the water, knowing, I could see myself doing this years down the road.